My name is Susan Farrar, and I have been a member of the church since the early 1980s. When I think about God's blessings in my life, I think about what's the most profound blessings, because there are a lot of blessings. When you start to think about it, we all have been tremendously blessed in our lives, but some of the most profound blessings that I can think of, one in particular, is the fact that I have a big sis named Lynn, who many of the people in the church know, and she is both developmentally and physically disabled. And a lot of people might see that not as a blessing, but I have learned through life that that has brought me tremendous and very deep blessings, because by walking beside her, I have become much more acutely aware of the people in the world that are marginalized and how they feel. And by watching how she deals with things, I've learned a lot about patience. I've learned a lot about perseverance in the face of difficulties. And I think those kind of lessons have ended up being big blessings in my life that continue to bless my life. First Presbyterian Church has been a tremendous blessing in my life. From the very beginning, when I first moved to Atlanta, started looking at churches and trying to decide where I wanted to attend. I spent 2 years traveling around trying out all kinds of different churches. And the first church I tried was First Presbyterian, because I grew up Presbyterian. And it's the one I ended up coming back to because I found it to be the most warm and welcoming church that I've visited in 2 years. And once I joined, I got involved pretty early on in the International Sunday School class. And through that class, many of the things that I was mentioning about the blessings that I learned from Lynn, my big sister, started to come into play in that class. I started to be exposed to people from different cultures and people from different socioeconomic backgrounds. And I recognized that these are people that are looking for a church home, and they had found it in First Presbyterian, and it made me feel like I wanted to be a part of that. And it's interesting because still to this day, that's the Sunday school class I attend. The blessings that come from being a member of this church, I think, are multifold. It is the blessing of a sense of community, having a sense of community, having a place where you feel you belong, where you can be around like-minded people, even in the midst of great diversity in the church. We have a common thread, and that is our love of Jesus Christ and our love of biblical teachings and wanting to know more about how we should direct and live our lives. And I think that being part of this community gives you a wonderful opportunity to be with people that are like you and to help develop and expand and grow in your faith because of the community.